Hello, welcome everyone. I'm Denny, and I'm with Nyle. Hey.
Hey, great job. Great job.
Thank you.
You're really skilled at ASL. You'll be really skilled in no time.
Thank you. No, I practiced a lot. You guys, that's as much ASL as I learned today for Nyle, but I'm excited I got to do that. His interpreter's off to the camera, but Nyle DiMarco, you guys know who this guy is. We'll be chatting with him for the next 20 minutes or so, taking your fan questions, so type them in the comment section below and we'll get them to the iPad. But as you can tell, I got a lot to cover with Nyle, so I'll start. First of all,
Okay. I hope you don't ask me any hard questions.
you know what? That's page 3. We got some hard questions right here on page 3.
Okay.
I mean, ever since winning America's Next Top Model and Dancing with the Stars, I mean, your resume has just been growing and growing and growing, and now you're a Broadway producer. I mean, how does that feel?
Well, you know, I really feel blessed every single day. You know, sometimes it's really easy to forget all the individual successes of the last few years, but sometimes I have to slow down and just think, wow, I'm here. You know, all those experiences, I could never even imagine that I would even reach that point. And before all of that, I was just thinking about being a math teacher.
Exactly.
And so, you know, I have a math degree. And, you know, from then to now, I'm really happy.
That just proves there's nothing you can't do. You know, you can do anything.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
I mean, how's it?
Just, you know, you can do anything. Yeah.
Absolutely. How does it feel to not only be producing a Broadway play, but to be bringing such an important story to theater audiences?
Well, I think it's really important because I'm really glad I could really take up that producer role, because I really believe in representation, true representations, to happen both behind the camera or on stage. And, you know, my whole life, as based on my life experience as a deaf person, I really have a really great wellspring of experience that I can bring to the table. So, you know, when hearing people watch this play, they can see the real deaf experience. And so that's the whole point.
You guys have been in early previews. How's it feel, or, you know, what's the reaction been? How's it been for you to watch audiences walk away from this feeling so touched?
You know, really, I think obviously they really love it, because, you know, they've never really seen a deaf show like that, because it's not that common that would happen. And so the story itself, applying to deaf people only, but it applies generally more to, you know, the current political climate. And the play is about, you know, start listening, you know, and often a lot of people are not listening. They're not listening to our stories or deaf people's stories, you know, or marginalized people in general. Their voices aren't being heard. So, you know, they should really watch that play and see that, yeah, it really applies to everyone and everything.
It's about opening up your heart, you know, right? And knowing that people in the deaf community are no different. Everyone wants to be loved, right? It's just a little harder.
Yeah, definitely. I always say that, you know, there's no one right way to be a human. You know, we're all so diverse, and the diversity itself is beautiful. And we really have to start listening to other perspectives and their needs.
Absolutely.
You know, and so then we can truly become one.
Speaking of diverse, this cast is so diverse too. You have Lauren Ridloff and, of course, Joshua Jackson. I mean, what's it been like for you to see them bring this play to life?
Well, really, both of them are amazing.
Yeah.
Lauren and Joshua both. Really, I feel that they're all the perfect match for that stage. And both the actors are just incredible. Joshua has learned a lot. He's really learned a lot of signing, and I mean a lot. And, you know, often hearing people, they can't really pick up or acquire a lot of signs and memorize like a whole script. So,
It's a lot.
you know, it's really amazing to watch them both together.
I mean, obviously, Joshua Jackson's a huge TV star and film too. I have to ask you, were you a big Dawson's Creek fan?
Yeah, I watched it growing up, yeah. You know, I don't think I saw all of them, but yeah,
Right.
I definitely watched it every chance I could.
Yeah. I'd have a fanboy moment if I was working with Josh Jackson, because everyone knows Dawson's Creek, you know.
Yeah.
Marlee Matlin, she came and saw the opening preview, right? And of course, she won her Oscar for the film version of this play. I mean, how nerve-wracking was that to have her in the audience?
I was nervous because, you know, of course she won an award, obviously, and she knows the story the best. And so I was really hoping to get her approval. And she really liked it. You know, she was sitting right behind me. So she would kind of, tap me on the shoulder. Every good scene, she'd give me a little approving tap. And so, I saw, okay, I got her approval. That's great. That's fantastic.
I love that so much.
And so, yeah, it was really good to have her come.
And opening night, official opening night on Broadway is next week, right?
Yes, it's April 11th is
Woo!
opening night. So
It's soon.
we really encourage everybody to come and watch it. It's really going to be good.
You told me you're nervous. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I'm nervous.
I don't blame you.
And also, I'd really love to tell you this part. After opening night, we had a big party, to celebrate after opening night. And my deaf twin brother, he was DJing that night. And so all of us, I'm really excited to bring in all of the deaf talent in one place.
That's so fun. Family and community affair, right? Everyone.
Yep,
I
that's
love
right.
that. If you guys are just joining us, I'm sitting down live with Nyle DiMarco. We're taking your fan questions, so leave them in the comment section. And later in the show, we're going to learn some ASL, so stick around, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. You talked about representation. Obviously, you're doing that behind and in front of the camera. You just had a role on that show this close. I mean, what was that experience like for you?
When I got on the set, the whole experience felt like a utopia in a way. It was just like a perfect world for me. I just came in, I saw deaf people working with hearing people together, and hearing people were learning sign too. Everybody was together, and really, I really believe that may have been the first time in Hollywood history that we have both sides, the deaf producers and deaf actors. I don't think that's happened before.
You're
and
right.
so maybe that's starting something new, and it could be like a new movement. And I watched all 6 episodes, and wow, they really, really get into the deaf experience. And I've seen many other shows that include, a deaf story,
Right.
but not really, because often the actors themselves aren't even deaf.
Yeah.
And the writers don't understand deaf culture. They don't have that personal experience. So it's hard to write an authentic story. And so that show is just amazing.
I can only imagine. I mean, it's true. Representation matters, and historically speaking, there's been a lack of deaf storytelling and deaf storylines in a lot of projects. So I bet that was really emotional for you to be a part of it too, not just to see.
Oh yeah, definitely. It was definitely emotional because, I've waited 28 years for that. 28 years, that's a long time. And so I'm really glad it's happening now. Better
Me
now
too.
than never.
Oh, amen to that. Absolutely. Do you see more acting for yourself in the future? Like, do you want to take on more acting projects?
Yeah, definitely. I've met with so many directors, writers, producers, the whole gamut, and I've been in meetings with them, and often they're saying, "Oh yeah, I really love you. I want to include you in our TV shows, movies, or whatever." But they always ask me that question. They say, "But how can I write in a deaf person's first-person perspective?" And I realize that it's not really their fault because they don't really know deaf culture, and that's what I'm here for.
Right.
And so I decided to write my own show. And so I'm getting all the ideas together because, my whole experience, I can really bring that to the table in Hollywood.
Absolutely.
So I'm working on a few TV projects on my own right now, and hopefully it'll come to fruition, it'll happen, you'll get to watch it, and all of you guys can too.
Yeah, you'll come back here to talk about it too, because that's a huge deal. That's a huge
Absolutely.
deal.
That'll happen.
I love that. For the few shows out there that are showcasing ASL, who's doing it right?
One more time, what was your question again?
For all the projects out there that do feature or showcase ASL or deaf characters, who do you feel is doing it right? Which shows do you admire for what they're doing for the community?
Which TV shows are right now?
Yeah, like This Close, maybe, right?
Yeah, I think This Close. Switched at Birth. Switched at Birth. That's been going on for 5 years, and I've seen they really show ASL in the best way they can.
Right.
What other shows? I think that might be it.
Right, I know, right. Well, speaking of Switched at Birth, the actor on that show, Daniel Durant, he recently took to social media, I know you retweeted it, where he was basically calling for movie theaters to have closed captioning. I was very moved by it. I know you tweeted it out. I wanted to know from you, what typically has been your movie theater going experience?
It's really funny because growing up, they had closed caption on the screen, but it was just unlimited dates and times.
Right.
But now they have this device that doesn't work at all. And the funny thing is this device, it costs a lot more than just having it on screen, having open closed caption on screen. So, why did they change that system? They should have they actually made things worse for deaf people. And, you know, and I've been saying that, you know, people are willing to share, you know, if you're using closed captioning and maybe there's over 100,000 people who could retweet that, and many of them have said that they're not deaf, they're hearing, but they really use closed captioning all the time. So I thought that that was interesting. It's becoming more universal in a way.
It's amazing, but watching Daniel's post, it was very heartbreaking because going to the movies is one of my favorite things to do, and I think we take for granted the fact that we can hear it and that people are experiencing it differently. You know, people who are hearing impaired, people who are disabled. I mean, it really moved me. So hopefully that changes soon.
Yeah, really. You know, since then, I think about more than 5 years, I haven't been to a movie theater.
Wow.
Because for that reason. And so, like Daniel said, you know, Black Panther, you know, I had to watch it because, you know, I had to be there. I had to watch it. And so I decided to go and try and just be patient with that device. But about 10 minutes in, I couldn't.
And you won.
And so, you know, it is heartbreaking.
It's hard.
You know, I was really pissed off, actually. But.
Well, it's people like you and people like Daniel who are making a difference by being so vocal about, you know, or at least giving people a platform about it so they know it's happening and so that we can actually make some change. You know, you've always been an advocate for language resources for the deaf community, so it's a step, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you're completely right. And I think, fortunately, you know, Daniel and I have a platform, and so we can really spread the word to make change.
Absolutely. I want to talk to you about a young deaf actress, Millicent Simmons. She was just cast in the new John Krasinski film, A Quiet Place. I mean, how did that feel for you? Like, to know not only was she cast, but, you know, that she is now a young rising star with a bright, bright future ahead.
I was really excited for her. You know, her acting, she's so amazing, and she's just a really bright girl too. And I'm very fortunate to be able to call her my friend. We keep in touch. I give her advice from time to time. And so she's a really great person, and I look forward to seeing what's ahead for her. You know, she has a really, really bright future.
Have you seen the movie yet, A Quiet Place?
No, I haven't seen it yet, but I will. I will soon.
I hear it's scary. Do you like scary movies? Yeah.
Well, I'll have to watch it.
We'll have to find out, right? Well, you know, you were once a young star on the rise, too. I want to take it back to America's Next Top Model. Are you watching the current cycle?
No, not really. Not much.
Right.
You know, I don't typically watch a lot of TV, so I try my best.
But you're also busy.
Yeah, but I hear it's going well.
Yeah.
I think they just finished their season, right?
Next week is the season finale. There's four models left. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Well, what advice do you have for them on life after top model, even if they don't win?
I have to say, you know, winning doesn't matter, I think. Winning is not important. It's about how you hustle. It's about how you continue meeting people and networking and, you know, use your charm. And just that, winning doesn't really mean anything.
Build a brand. It starts there and make it into something major. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And really, after America's Top Model, that's just the beginning. That's not the end. So, you know, there's a lot more work to do after America's Top Model. And I thought when I won, oh, you know, okay, I'm all good. But no, it was just the beginning. I had a lot more work to do.
I believe that. I believe that. You know, Tyra Banks recently revealed that she was actually giving herself IVF treatments and shots during your cycle, like in the season finale. Were you aware that that was going on behind the scenes with her?
No. I was not aware of that, about the IVF. But that's funny because, you know, during the show, I heard some rumors that it was possible, she was possibly pregnant, but, you know, that's it. I wasn't completely aware. But if she's continuing to do that, that's great.
Well, she does have a beautiful baby boy now, of course. So, yeah, do you guys keep in touch, you and Tyra?
Oh, yeah, we're still in touch.
Yeah.
You know, she's my dear, dear friend.
And a good mentor.
Yeah. Absolutely. She gave me a lot of such great advice. If I ever need help, I always reach out to her.
She's someone, as you mentioned, who's been so successful, but the hustle doesn't stop. I mean, she's still doing everything she can, right?
Yeah,
like she's working
that's right.
so hard.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Tyra Banks, and she's still continuing to hustle. All
It's Tyra Banks. She's been around for a long time, and she's still pounding pavement.
Oh, yeah, and she does everything, too. Talk shows, movies, TV, whatever. It's crazy.
I think that's the secret to longevity. So take notes, folks. Everybody take notes on that. All right, we have some love coming from you from Sarah from Facebook. She says, love everything you have done to advocate for your community. Many of your posts have opened my eyes. How's it feel hearing that?
Let me see it again here. How do I feel about that? I feel really honored to have that platform. And honestly, it's a little bit of a burden. It's a big responsibility to hold that platform, you know, and I try and have a high standard and represent all different kinds of deaf people. And I always feel that, you know, I can take that responsibility. I'm willing to take it. And I've received a lot of support from the deaf community, and I feel that, you know, it's like validation that I'm doing the right thing when I hear that kind of feedback. So I'm really honored.
Absolutely. Emily from Facebook says, you've opened a lot of doors and brought awareness with winning Top Model and Dancing with the Stars. What doors are you hoping Children of a Lesser God will open? Great question. Thank you, Emily.
I think I'm hoping that new doors could possibly be opened for more deaf plays, more deaf producers, deaf writers. And so just to empower our community to really create our own concept. And so I'm really hoping for that.
I love that. Fans are asking if we could bring in the interpreter for deaf fans to see what I'm saying. Come on in. All right. This is Justin, folks. Justin here is going to be joining us so you guys can see what we're all saying. Good timing because we still got half an interview left.
Sorry, Nyle. It wasn't my fault. They forced me to come.
We need them, right?
Welcome to my world.
I
That's
know,
the interpreter.
Right. Happy to have you. Well, thanks for joining us, Justin. Okay,
Thanks
so
for having me.
Obviously, Dancing with the Stars, the all-athlete season is coming up very, very soon. As a mirror ball winner yourself, what are 3 tips you have for these people who are about to compete on the show?
Oh, I have so many. But what's funny is when I first got on Dancing with the Stars, they said that you'll have time for yourself, you can do other work. No. You know, you're going to be busy just focusing on self-care, drinking a lot of water.
Rehearsing.
Yes, and eating a lot more because you're going to lose a lot of weight. You know, I lost a lot of weight before and after. I lost so much weight because, you know, it's 4 months of continuous ongoing, you know, no weekends off, practice is 7 days a week. So it's really crazy. And finally, you know, just have fun.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great opportunity to get to know other people too. So use that opportunity wisely and have a lot of fun.
You know, it's so funny you say fun because this season, of course, is all athletes. You had a couple athletes on your season. They're good. Like, they're really good. And we recently talked to Artem, Alan, and Gleb, and they told us this season is going to be the most intense ever. I mean, what do you think it's going to be like when all those athletes are competing against each other?
Well, I'm really hoping there's no bitch fits or anything, or anything like that. But I think it'll be mostly chill, intense but chill, because, you know, during my time, I was with Antonio Brown and Von Miller, and, you know, they were great athletes for NFL teams, and they were really chill.
Okay.
You know, so I think probably it'll be chill. But I bet maybe if Adam Rippon, if he's on it, it's going to be intense.
Listen.
So, you know, he's going to tear him up.
E.T. has learned Adam Rippon will be there, Tanya Harding, and Jamie Anderson. And, you know, obviously Jamie and Adam just competed in the Olympics. So it might happen. Those bitch fits might happen.
Well, there's going to be some fights that are going to happen then.
Well, let me ask you, were there any bitch fits on your season? Yeah.
Did I experience a bitch fit? Well,
Not you personally, or maybe someone else who was competing?
I think maybe I've seen in some case, you know, people who are very exhausted.
Yeah.
And so maybe it's basically like running all day. Dancing is like running. And so you're really, you know, I don't think they were prepared for it in a way. So your mind can break down in some ways.
You're right. It's also a very high stress situation in such a short amount of time, right? So everyone's kind of sprung.
That's right. In the beginning, you know, you learn about one dance a week, and then later on you add two dances, three dances.
Yeah. No.
And you know, the highest I didn't know, I wasn't sure if I could do it, but I continued. Yeah, it was really crazy.
You won. You went all the way. Like you went all the way. You're like, thank goodness. Like, phew, right?
Yeah, that was important. It was important that I did it, and then winning, okay.
Where do you keep your mirror ball?
It's just sitting at home in my apartment. You know, collecting dust now. Has a little ring of dust on top of it.
I love. Do you still keep in touch with Peta and Max? I know you guys were very, very close.
Oh yeah. You know, they're really busy too, but we keep in touch from time to time. And so they're doing their tour now. They're on tour right now.
Right. And of course they have baby Shy now. What's it been like to see your old partner Peta and Max be parents? You know, you knew them before the baby Shy was around.
Yeah, I know. That's right. It is crazy. And it's funny because I was the one who found out that Peta was pregnant during my show. And so, you know, I said, "Are you pregnant?" And she said, "How do you know? You're not supposed to announce that." And I said, "Don't tell anyone." And, you know, it's supposed to be 2 months. She's still at about 2 months. And so I was like, okay, fine. But the only reason why I caught it is because I felt that she was hiding something from me. Like, you know, she had to run to the bathroom real quick, maybe to throw up, I'm sure, or something like that, and then to come back. And, you know, saying, "I don't feel good." And I said, you know, I think if we want to win this, we have to be 100% honest with each other. And so, you know, it was a good memory.
Oh, you called her out. You got it out of her. You had to.
And during the last dance, before we won everything, I told Peta, you know, let's dance for 3. Me, you, and your unborn baby. So, and then we won it.
See, that's how you won. You know, it was the baby. You danced for 3. Yeah.
That's right.
I love that. Tori from YouTube has a really good question. Would you ever do an all-star season of Dancing with the Stars? Like, if you had the chance to go back and compete again, would you do it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the experience, the Dancing with the Stars experience. There was so many people, so many dancers. The crew was great too. And I'd really to go back and challenge myself one more time.
I'd like to see you compete against Adam Rippon. I mean, did you watch him in the Olympics?
Oh yeah, I was watching. I like religiously watching.
Yeah, right.
I love Adam.
I love Adam. You guys would be really good. I can see you guys competing against each other.
Yeah.
All right, I think it's time to learn some sign language. What you think? All right, so I want your help. Can you teach me a couple of millennial or internet slang, some phrases? Okay, here we go. How do I sign woke?
Woke.
Woke. Oh, that's an easy one. Woke. You know, you're woke. How about sorry, not sorry?
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. You hear that? Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
And you got to do it with the face, right?
Oh yeah, facial expressions are so important in
Yes.
deaf culture. Facial expressions.
Well, I got plenty of those now. I got plenty of facial expressions. How about yes, queen, yes?
Yes, queen.
Oh,
Q,
there's
Q
Q,
for
okay.
queen, queen.
Queen. Oh, queen, like a sash. Yes. Yes, queen, yes.
Perfect.
That's good. Okay, spilling the tea. You know, spreading the gossip, talking about it, spilling the tea.
Okay, just like this, gossip, spreading gossip.
Oh, I'm really good at that in more ways than one, let me tell you. Spilling the tea, I like that. How about bae?
Bay.
Bae. That's a good one. All right, bae. I like that. Nyle is bae. Oh,
You're a bay. You're a bay.
What? Stop. Thank you. Goals AF. You know goals AF?
Goal, goals, goals.
Goals.
AF as fuck.
Oh, okay, wait. One more time.
Goals.
Goals.
AF.
Goals AF. I like that. Netflix and chill.
We don't have a sign for Netflix, but you could spell Netflix and chill like this. Chill.
Oh, Netflix. Oh, wait. Net-T.
It's hard to
It's
spell
hard. It's hard. I'll watch you.
it. Netflix and chill.
Chill. Okay. All right. You have anyone in your life you're calling bae that you Netflix and chill with these days?
No, no one in my life right now.
You're busy. You're so busy.
So busy, I know. And you know, I don't mind. I'm ready, but you know, I want to just foster my career first,
Of course.
and then later on.
Yo,
focus
career
on that.
first, people later. You know? How about, okay, we got a couple more. The struggle is real.
Struggle is real. You can say struggle like this. Struggle is real.
It's real.
Struggle is real.
That's how I feel on Mondays. The struggle is real, right? And then I say this, I can't even. How do I sign I can't even?
I can't even. I can't even.
I can't even.
I can't even.
Oh, like this. Even. Okay. I can't even. Thank you. Now I know. Now I know.
Yep. You're an expert at ASL now.
Hey, thank you.
You're fluent. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I give you my Dancing with the Stars award. Here you go.
I'll take it. I will take it gladly. Before we go, I just want to let you know there's so much love coming in for you. Fans are so grateful that you're here chatting with us. So, and I am too, so thank you. And before we go, we got to show a tweet that you just tweeted yesterday. It's a little throwback of you in high school and you now. And you say, if you don't love me at my that, you don't deserve me at my this. I mean, first of all, I think you look handsome in both. I really do. But
Woo!
what advice do you have for that young Nyle, the one there on that left photo that you know now? What would you tell him if you could?
Well, I think I would say to my young self, the stars will align for you. Don't worry. Just keep going and do whatever. And and honestly, I don't think I would change anything, to be honest.
You shouldn't. It clearly led you right down to the right path, right?
Yep, it's just perfect.
I love that. Well, listen, Nyle, you really are an inspiration, and not just for the deaf community, for everybody. And like you mentioned, there's a lot of minorities in the world right now who need to be watching shows like Children of a Lesser God and hearing your story. And so thank you for giving so many people a platform, and thank you for hanging out with me today. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
Of course.
I had a lot of fun.
A blast.
And,
So much
and-
fun.
and thank you to our fans too, right?
Yes, thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you learned some sign language. Of course, you guys, we will be back tomorrow with a new Daily Denny, and special surprise, we're actually going to be live every Thursday at 12 o'clock here on YouTube, ET's YouTube channel and Facebook. So stick around, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. And of course, we'll have more on Dancing with the Stars over at etonline.com and all that casting scoop. We dug it up for you guys, so enjoy, and enjoy your week. Goodbye.